We are live from Crusaders of the Resistance headquarters, and I am your host, King Nico. So welcome everyone. I hope everyone's having a very lovely day with family and friends and enjoying the time off if you have it. So I'm coming on now just for a short time tonight to go over and we're going to keep adding because stuff is coming in 24/7 now on all my pages, all my socials. We are doing what needs to be done. So thank you everyone very much. It's going to be a good night, says the true few. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Zane, hashtag done. 4 capitals, done. No Fanfare is in the house. Good to see you, brother. Everyone subscribe to No Fanfare. Is doing amazing work for the resistance here. Busting this psyop wide open from these Freemason Satanists. So while on the Antarctic surface, did you see any ice? He came, he vaped. The tale of Witsit the Truth Seeker. Done, says Josh. So yeah, this is what's happening right now. The fire has been set. Everyone is scrambling around. Everyone's passing blame, trying to do damage control, and Mr. Flat Earth Dave is spamming the SHIT out of me, reposting tons of videos. What the hell? I unsubscribed so that I can see anything else. Damage control. So they have to go to Antarctica to see the sunrise southeast, north at noon, and set southwest because the southern half of the world apparently does not exist. Exactly. So let's, speaking of Mr. Flat Earth Dave and damage control, here he is, hounding my comment section. So you are correct, in my opinion, that the elite are trying to destroy Flat Earth, but you are wrong about how they are doing it. However, because what you are doing, they are succeeding. Please break down Jeran's live from last night. So Jeran did go live last night. Jeran, and I know you're watching, so why did you ban myself and all biblical cosmologists from your chat? Because we were there in the mass amount of numbers. So I appreciate everyone for hounding these devils and not letting them rest 1 second. You could see in Jeran's live. So I did respond to Dave. I said, that's a given. The elites have been trying to destroy biblical cosmology, not just flat earth, because that's a broad term. Specifically, the biblical cosmology is what is under attack. So Jeran's live was weak and was full of shame. Myself and my whole following were there and we were all banned. Cowards. I will gladly break it down. So we will be going over Jeran's live at some point. Again, Dave says, when you see the footage, which we've all looked at and have analyzed, and we've got forensic analysis on it now, so I'm going to be bringing that up. Thank you to, I think it was Wild 3. I'll be sharing that. It's like when you realize when you see the footage and realize you are wrong about it being a fake set, will you apologize to everyone? I'm like, in this footage, Dave, Austin is caught lying. So, you know, so Vapes a lot was caught lying. Austin is seen walking across the set. Nothing presented to us from this psyop is going to be accepted. All credibility is lost. And we're going to keep killing that credibility. And we're going to force them into a corner where they're going to tell us that they have lost the data and it has been corrupted. Game over. So I said, I have nothing to apologize for. I did not attempt to disprove the Holy Bible with some elaborate studio set hoax. Why do you hate Jesus? So here's the shameful 3 that pretty much tried to disprove the Bible 665 months ago, coming on 666.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, says Neil Armstrong. Here's your Witsit. Witsit's video posted live from Antarctica. One small step for man, one giant leap for flat earth. So instead of mankind, it's switched out to flat earth. So Austin, I believe, is from Tampa Bay, Florida. So he pretty much lives right next door to the Kennedy Space Center, NASA, right? So I'm telling you right now, these are all NASA employees. These are the ones that were chosen not to stand in front of green screens and pretend to be on the International Space Station. They were chosen to be flat earthers and pull off the next psyop, right? So Freemasons, only Freemasons can go to Antarctica. So Austin, what is this giant leap for flat earth? Because there's now multiple flat earths. Which flat earth? Is it this one? God's biblical flat earth, as you can see here with the AE map? Or is it this flat earth that is now being pushed? The world beyond the ice wall, right? This ridiculous concept came about because of this ridiculous character.
To countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
challenge.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Well, Admiral, do you hope to see that?
I do.
Well, Admiral,
Yes.
would you say that since you've been to both the extremities of Earth, are these expeditions to such far-off places, are they getting easier because of modern techniques, or is danger still close at hand?
Well, it's a little
So
risky.
that's Richard Evelyn Byrd, the Admiral that is also an active Freemason, Master Mason 33 degrees, Richard E. Byrd, right? This is the American naval officer chosen to go to the North Pole and the South Pole. And as you can see, Evelyn, or Eve, that's a very feminine middle name for a man, right? Especially a military officer. So Admiral Eve Byrd is the one that gave birth to this crap. So again, NASA, so these fools here, they removed the firmament with the Apollo 11 mission, and now these guys have been chosen to remove the firmament from this flat earth map so that they can push this flat earth map, which is basically the same as NASA Apollo mission. Just anything to do with removing the firmament is blasphemous, and this is what they want. So this is the guy that did it. So he died actually 1957, right? Age 68, and the very following year was the birth of NASA was formed, right? So NASA's been in existence for 66 years, right? So they are definitely going to pull some rituals to celebrate their 666 months since the fake moon landings. And I'm telling you, they sent these Masons to Antarctica or wherever they sent them to try and refute this, pretty much try and hope that they could set up some kind of elaborate hoax to disprove the Bible and have everyone fall into this, because obviously they still can't prove the globe. Everyone's still going to be a flat earther. So that's what they're saying. It's like, oh, just because we have a 24 sun in Antarctica doesn't mean the Earth's not flat, right? So let's get back to Witsit. So this is on from his live. So this is, so I believe the deception starts at 33 minutes in, but someone asked him a question here, so we're going to just play it.
Why isn't your breath foggy? It's not as foggy as it was a second ago. It's kind of foggy right now. But right before I started the stream, I tested it, so I knew you guys were going to say that. And my breath was like super foggy earlier, but it's not really foggy right now. I don't know. No humidity? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's super dry here. That's why my lips are super chapped. It's not even windy and my lips are super chapped. Just pick up some snow? Okay. I'm not wearing gloves, so that's a terrible suggestion. I'll be right back and grab some gloves. I'll pick up some snow. Okay. I'm gonna play her song again while I go in here so no one else maybe says something they don't want on stream on my headphones. I'm gonna go grab my gloves. This is a good idea anyway.
So 33 minutes, you can see right there, the deception begins. Someone asked, where's your breath? He starts breathing all over the camera. You can't see anything. So when someone says, can you go get some snow? He's like, oh, let me go get my gloves. He walks off, then he remembers, I should turn it off. So what is with all the secrecy? Because he knows his mic is hooked up. He doesn't want to say something that us viewers might hear. So he blacks out the screen, plays a song, and we have the other angle. And we know where that angle came from. It's from Dave McKeegan's 360 video, so I have it set up here. So we have all the angles. But we're going to play it right now so it's solidified on the internet, because last night in Jeran's live it was brought up. Like Morella says, my name was trending. The vape, Austin's vape was trending, and these people were shook. They just banned everyone that brought that up. Jeran was pretty much in tears last night. He hit his face for the first hour or so, right? So, and every time, that was pretty much the number one question of the night. You're a scammer, you're a sellout, how much did you get? He's like, why did Austin fake his breath with the vape? And they're like, no he didn't, no he didn't, no he didn't, no he didn't. What video? That doesn't exist. Ooh. So they just tried to deflect and divert the whole night. It was absolutely ridiculous. So he's finally back now.
What's up now? You have to take like deeper breaths, and it sucks. It hurts your lungs.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So it took him that long to go get the gloves, and as soon as he switches the camera back on, he had to quickly blow out the vape breath and blow it. And then he's like, what's up now? What a deceiver. So there he is off camera there in the back, picking up the snow and walking back to the camera. All right, let's go to the other angle. So this is David McKeegan's 360 video, and this is at, so I think it's around 1903 is the timestamp, but we're going to just start it right here. So I have slowed it down as much as I can because it's a time lapse, it's very quick. And what we're seeing here, let's see how much we can zoom in onto Austin. So we just watched his, so that's the computer, he's doing the stream we just watched, right? And we're going to watch him go off in a second. Make sure we just keep him in frame here. There we go. Now he's going to come back out, smoking the vape. So this, look, he's smoking, and then this is, see, there it is. There's the angle. This is where we got it from. So we caught him there. Unbelievable. They've been caught in the...
Anyone out there that's come today that has woken up to the flat earth? Yeah? Earth is flat! It is covered with a dome! The firmament!
Yep, that's a no-brainer. Earth is flat. It is covered with a dome. The firmament. So I'm just going through my Facebook page here because I do share some stuff here. Oh yeah, did I share that? Yeah, this is from last night. So we were there in the chats. I took a screenshot, told him to show your smug face. We all want to see the shame, right? So, because he was hiding. So here's a video from a brother, Eric, Flat Earth Truther. So thank you for making this. I thought it was very well put together.
There's a point where you have to trust something, okay? You don't have to trust me, right? But I trust Jeran and Austin to be 100% honest, right? Right? And listen, if you can't trust them, get the fuck out. Get out. Don't trust me either, right? Because I bet my life that they are not going to fucking say one lying word to us.
Why isn't your breath on?
It's not so hard as it was a second ago. It's kind of foggy right now. But right before I started the stream, I tested it, so I knew you guys were going to say that. Yeah, my best was like super foggy earlier, but it's not really foggy right now. I don't know.
Everyone, we've all seen it. Here it is.
Let's go down.
So look, he just faked his breath, right? So this is him when he's faking his breath. Watch carefully again and listen to what he says.
Hey, little breath. Let's go down. You have to take like deeper breaths. It sucks. It hurts your lungs. Okay.
Now he's walking off. He's got his gloves on and he's walking. Now he's walking off to go get the snow. I have another angle of this video. Someone sent it to me and I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So I'm going to bring it up right now. So remember, the video we just watched was Austin Witsit on his live, blowing out smoke, saying, oh look, there's breath. What now? And then he walks back like 5-10 feet or 20 yards to go get some snow. Here's the video from another angle. Watch carefully. We are exposing these devils. Watch him when he comes out. He is smoking a vape and blowing. He's smoking on the vape again. Watch. And now he gets in front of the camera, he blows out smoke, he's putting on his gloves, and that's when he says, what now? Then he's walking back to pick up snow. Why is he walking 20 yards over there to pick up snow, to come back to the camera and then put it down? Look at these sus movements. Let's go back. So remember... So again, he put that all together. You can go check it out on his page, Eric Flat Earth Truther. Is my mic working? I think it cut off for a second, but it's still going. So... some great comments. So someone left this comment. It was absolutely amazing. So they did a breakdown. So I thought I'd like to share it. So it's from a new sub. Says, this makes perfect sense. Says, thank you. The Flat Earth Warriors pointed me to your channel and I'm so glad they did. What you're doing is incredible. It's not easy standing up for truth, especially when faced with so much opposition. I admire your courage, passion, and clarity in breaking down the lies and exposing deception. It's a breath of fresh air in a world full of noise and distractions. So know that you're not alone in the fight, that there are those of us who see the bigger picture and we're standing with you. Keep doing what you're doing and let the truth shine through. It always does in the end. So let's break this Antarctic expedition down because it's more staged than a bad Hollywood remake. These guys claim to be trekking through one of... Sorry, let me just make that bigger. So they claim to be trekking through one of the harshest climates on Earth, yet they're walking around in hoodies, t-shirts, and even shirtless at one point, looking hot and uncomfortable. Where's the frost on their beards? Red noses, windburn, no flushed cheeks or runny noses, even on pale red-headed men. Zero wind. Perfect Wi-Fi. No visible cold breath either, except when Austin Witsit turns off his camera in order to grab his gloves after being asked in his live stream about the absence of his cold breath. Blatantly hits a vape, turns his camera back on, and then tries to pass it off as cold air. Seriously? I would laugh, but this is insulting. Oh, and the shadows? I mean, come on. Shadows pointing in completely different directions in the same frame. Some are long, some short, all over the place. That's textbook artificial lighting, clearly showing they're using the volume. LED environment simulation technology. Maktoon even went on a phone call rant during a live stream, cursing someone out and claiming there were no restrictions or costs to fly straight into Union Glacier Camp in Antarctica. Seriously? That's not only absurd, but cringeworthy acting. In reality, it takes hundreds of thousands just to apply, over 1 million to gain access, and a legitimate scientific reason to even step foot there. So how exactly did this group magically bypass all that without so much as a hiccup? Spoiler, they didn't. Let's talk about the ground. The shot showing the ground looks completely fabricated with machinery and materials. They make no new tracks. You see no snow on their shoes. There is no slipping or sliding, completely staged. When asked to pick up snow, Austin Witsit literally turns off his camera, walks to the other side of what looks exactly like the volume set, grabs some random white substance and acts like it's snow. It's laughably obvious. The drone footage is another fail. Instead of capturing wide, panoramic shots of the supposed Antarctic landscape, it flies barely 4 feet above the ground and never goes overhead, not to mention the cringeworthy editing, where they walk in circles and never venture more than a few feet. Wouldn't you be exploring every inch if you were really in Antarctica? Day 1, they're already whining about wanting to go home, right? And the cherry on top, the guy leading the circus, Willie Duffy, has a video where he preaches that the Bible does not teach that lying and deception are wrong or immoral. Really, Duffy? You don't say. As for the GPS, evidence? Please, GPS can be easily spoofed by switching to developer mode. It's not even remotely difficult. Even I've done it myself across apps and it works perfectly. So their coordinates mean nothing. Finally, let's talk about the bigger picture. This entire stunt was designed to convince truthers it's blatantly aimed at steering curious minds away from questioning the narrative. The Antarctic Treaty prohibits independent exploration, turns people back at 60 degrees south, and even threatens arrest and license revocation for those who dare try. So why are we letting a group of YouTubers with obvious fakery discourage anyone from seeking the truth? If this expedition proves anything, it's that they went to great lengths to cover up the real mysteries of Antarctica. The more they filmed, the more their lies unraveled. Don't fall for the smoke and mirrors. Question everything. So God bless you for the poster of that comment. Absolutely epic. So we're going to keep moving on into some forensics now. So someone else has reached out. So Wild 3. I did some forensics on the foreground and background that Austin was seemingly interacting with. I agree with Nico. The noise analysis matches where there seems to be a layer between the foreground and the background. Wow. Here we go. Look at this. Look at the consistency up here with what would appear to be LED screens. And obviously there's a clear separation between the foreground and the background. Unbelievable. Listen, this is done by forensic analysis, right? So if this was a real place, it would have blended perfectly together, the ground and the foreground and the background. But in this case, there's a complete separation, and you can see this is the screens are registering differently. Here's another image of the forensics for the Austin deception, Mr. Witsit. So if this actually is the case, it seems like sloppy work. I think that's consistent with previous examples of this type of fakery. I made this to illustrate where the tracks are. So again, everyone is on this. There is so many holes. It is being torn apart, right? And they're talking like everything we've seen so far, none of it is valid. None of it is acceptable or possible for truth. So I suggest you lose the rest of the data, right? Again, everyone's comment sections, the whole internet is flooding these devils' comments, their videos with everyone knows. So this is on Flat Earth Banjo's video. Just go check it out. The whole, so someone did say to check out into IBM augmented reality. So there's more stuff involved, how this works. So we'll do some more research on that, and I'll be sharing that in the next video. And here we are. So I think we're going to look at Jeran's live now and his obvious confession at the beginning of this live. Did not show anything of substance.
Why won't that save there? Let me try one more time here. This is showing the video. Oh, I see. It's slowly downloading. All right, well, I'll show this to start. Just a thank you to everybody who did contribute to the GoPro. By the way, I'm going to be raffling that off. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but it's going to be given away. The GoPro Hero 12 and all accessories and what have yous. So if you're one of those people who contributed, you already should have gotten the email or the link. And it would take you to, let's see here if we've got something to show you. Basically, you would get a link to a folder that has all the GoPro footage in there, like this one. Not quite there yet. Let's move it this way. There we go. All right, so it should look something like this if you've gotten in there yet. I would not watch the 720p. I obviously did way too much loss on it, and it is ugly. So it's not even worth watching, put it that way. So you should have got a folder that looks like this, but make sure you're watching the Antarctica GoPro Hero, this one here. Don't watch the 720. It's so bad that it really broke up the whole thing. So you'll be happy if you got this one here. And that one there will play for you. It's 90 gigabytes, 90 something gigabytes. So you got to give it some time to download. But let me get this up. There we go. Just to show you a little bit of it.
They're on timer. Plane leaves 9:15. It's cutting it close.
So basically it's just you going on the trip with me.
As long as I don't get stopped. I do have a bunch of things in the bag that shouldn't be in there.
And here's us as we get on the plane.
You notice it is raining. This is for you, Mark Sargent, who already started planning our memorial before we... Let's go. Let's board the plane.
So, fun. If you haven't had a chance to see this, now you should have saw this before you mouthed off, all you who have no brains, which is a good vast majority of flat earthers at this point.
I still think
we'll get into that. By the way, if you think that flat earth makes you a better person, boy, are you wrong. We could go through some messages that I've gotten the last couple of days from people I don't even know. This one just came in from Lauren Nicole. Do you know who she is? She wrote me and said, sellout. So, classic. Don't know who this person is, have no idea who they are, but I'm a sellout, I guess, because if you tell the truth in the truth community, you're a sellout. If you lie to people's face and stroke their egos, you're a hero. So, how about that for being in the truth community? Pretty embarrassing, as is most of what I've seen the last couple of days. So, yeah, anyway, we get on the plane. We definitely fly to Antarctica. To those who messaged me and said I was in Alaska, you're retarded. Impossible. We were clearly in Punta Arenas, and we clearly flew, as you see here. Where's that compass? I just saw it.
All this can be
Wendy
debunked.
level.
It doesn't prove anything.
Wendy, by the way. Keep passing. I just keep seeing it, and it goes by. You could watch the back of the plane there. You could watch the... Oh, there's that. Nope, that's not it either. I have a compass in here I'm trying to show you. But then you see that within 2 hours, we are now flying over this. Did I cry on the trip? Absolutely. This is one of the most amazing sights I'd ever seen, far and away. As we go further here, we start putting in our gear. We start seeing mountains.
Christmas blanket.
Thing is getting closer and closer.
People like 2 days sit down there.
And we land right on the ice.
Huh?
Okay, so no one ever said that you didn't get on a plane, travel somewhere, and land somewhere. So this footage, this GoPro footage, this gold mine that they've been waiting to like crush me with, doesn't show or prove anything. Yes, you arrived at some camp that is appearing to be Union Glacier, nothing special, right? Admiral Byrd went to Antarctica. He was a Mason, right? But they're going with the notion that they're gonna, no matter what you see there, you're not gonna tell the truth and tell something else. So what you guys just did, you landed there, and obviously the stage set is somewhere else. So you're manipulating with footage. Oh, we got real footage, because you know it will be way more believable if you have real footage. You have to have planes and footage of you looking at a compass. Like, geez, come on. But you did not show anything of value.
This is the point where I sold out right here. I'm just kidding. So, for those clowns who think there's a sound stage, yeah, the plane just flew right into the doors open. We flew right in there. and said, let's begin this act of defiance. Of course, that makes no sense. We meet these guys here at the camp. By the way, this is a total of 5.5 hours of footage. This is us dying here, basically, as we had gotten no sleep. We're going to go through that kind of timeline a little bit. There's Austin. There's some more of us. I actually got on a La Bamba plane. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. I did that. Very impressed. We flew around for a little while. We have the gift shop footage. We've got sun footage.
So keep in mind now, these guys, they know full well what's going around on the internet. So he decides to come on live, hide his face, and think that he's gonna. He showed absolutely nothing that can disprove everything that we were able to prove. It was all just trying to ignore and pretend it didn't happen and divert and just hope and pray that the dummies that still worship and bow down to them will fall for whatever they're trying to display here. It's like, look, I'm in a tent eating noodles. I'm in Antarctica. Look, there's snow. Look, there's this guy. You know, like all of this is just nothing. Look, a compass. Wow. All of this can be manipulated, and nothing they show us is going to be accepted as truth. Nothing they show us is going to be accepted.
Definitely behoove you to watch that before you make insane accusations of not being where we're supposed to be, being some sort of a fake sun or something. No, that's the sun. Without a doubt, the sun is in the sky. It does circle your head.
Yes, they have a very
it circles
dark
your head
sense of humor
for about 4 months there.
Before.
We talked to employees. We talked to people who've been there 17, 18 years in a row. These are not actors. These are not people that are there for the sole reason of confusing flat earthers. Okay, we were gaslit. We were lied to again. And we'll get into that. We'll get into who is the actual only shill that exists. There is only one. Let's see what we got here. We do have a quote just to put things into perspective here. Let's go with this quote. And then we're going to get into the Q&A. Feel free to ask questions now if you want. I'll go through them when I get there. We have this quote to start us out. If I can find the thumbnail quote. There it is. It's by good old Theodore Roosevelt, who made it quite clear when he said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds."
Okay, none of this is proving that he was there. So let's hear his confession, and let's hear his confession in this poem.
With no proof to back them, at the Campanella abode.
So he's about to give his confession. Listen carefully.
How pretty, isn't it? It is. It is nice. And we're going to get a little music. We want a little music for our... What just happened? Oh, I got to set it on properties. Let's go with loop. Use hardware. Okay, there we go. Now this again. Loop it up. Loop it up, I say. All right, let's get this going. We are about to listen to 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Get comfy, grab a loved one, and let's have some fun. Here we go. Give a little volume down. Perfect. You comfy? You ready? Let's do this. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the flat, the truthers were spiraling. Imagine that. Their theories were hung by the chimney with care, with no proof to back them, but who really cares? The children were nestled in their warm little beds, while visions of studios danced in their heads, with shadows diverging beneath the fake sun, from the superfluid ceiling with the green screen glitch some. When out of the Antarctic there arose such a clatter, 80 degrees south, but if it's the sky, it doesn't matter. Away to the live stream, I flew like a flash to witness a stage scene. Jeran and Austin took the cash.
Wow.
The sun goes right to left around the icy expanse. Sun, yeah, right. It was laser beams and a satanic dance. When what to my questioning eyes should appear but a pastor of darkness, Will Duffy, the government puppeteer. Evil Will Duffy finished up his latest baby sacrifice and exclaimed, "To the edge of the dome, to the depths of the scheme. Let's fake all of nature. Let's rewrite this dream. With his team of agents and operatives, so sly and so slick, Snatchyketa and Z missed it. They're too busy sucking each other's dicks. Accusations all over. He's a liar, a plant, an agent, CIA like Pat Steer. Jeran is Mad Max. He survived the rocket crash, it's too clear. Him and Rob Skiba have been planning this for years.
Not
now
lying.
NASA, now Bezos, now Musk. Anyone? The moon? Forge contracts and shadows. There's hoaxes to do. We must fake Antarctica. It's more important than when we fake that trip to the moon. To the edge of the dome, to the depths of the lies. Expose it all now. Oh, just don't speak of the sky. With theories as flimsy as paper and wind, each challenge they faced, the truthers just grinned. It's all fake, they shouted. Just open your eyes. We'll shout down dissenters. We'll dismiss all their tries. Once you go flat, you'll never go back. If you dare try, we will expose you. We'll call you Glober. We'll attack. Ignore any issues. We have no model, no clue. It's flat whether or not you believe in it. Just make sure you do. If they say the sun circles, they are Jesuit plants. The lights in the sky cannot prove what size are your pants. The lights in the sky are on the most predictable path, but we don't know what the sun does because we didn't invent math. The sun was no orb. It was a beam in disguise, a prop for the sky to maintain their lies. How do we know this? Well, the sun expert Dave Weiss. And shills in their offices laughing with glee. They counted their payouts, tuned in FTFE. The pastor in pulpit, his symbols so slick, he was aligned with Tune's network, satanic and thick. But the truthers stood strong, their logic askew. If we can't explain it, it's fake. What's it to you? No need for models, no math, no proof. Just yell fake louder and call it the truth. This Christmas, remember, the flat earth plan of domination. Just dismiss and yell fake at any unexplained observation. The truth is no longer the aim of this group. We know it can't be a sphere, just repeat that on a loop. So don't you dare question or speak ill of our debunked Gleason's map. Please, Jeran, don't do it. Don't dismiss it as crap. Why would you say that? We should all just yell fake and sit back and relax. We don't need to explain it. We're flat earthers, the arbiters of truth. We have all the facts. Don't go against us, because we've been right all along. You know what they say, once you go flat, you can't go wrong. Sorry. Don't go against us, because we've been right all along. You know what they say, once you go flat, you can't be wrong. Yes, the night before Christmas, all were busy with their scams. Oakley cleaned his mute button while QE ate some crayons. Ronnie and Jason, they stuffed each other's stockings, and not very deep. Virtual reality, stereographic world, all praise Yashawahawashi.
Wow.
Snatchyketa and his lackey, Zetetic Warrior, they need more clicks. Quick, do a live stream. Let's do episode 4 on Jeran's dick. Content so good, like Jake the Asshole and Q and FE. The sun sets into the ground, says the closet-dwelling guy standing 5'3". Go yell at the homeless. Why don't you spray an autistic kid with mace? Sing for the elderly. Why don't you come out of the fucking closet so I can punch you in the face? Bandro, Brazil, USA, you're a full-blown mental case. What's next? Are you going to say you can prove the AE map because you once watched Melrose Place? Did you watch my footage yet? There was no sun simulator to be seen. Just the big, fake sun carried by a giant with ease. Slow Sanchez, well, he took 3 or more hours to comprehend the deets. Drop a bomb in the chat if we be measuring the earth flat beneath our feet. Who wants to watch Daniel Pratt cry some more like a little bitch? Some say he's good for nothing, but he's Christian and he does have nice tits. But other than that, I don't see any redeeming qualities. He has the intelligence of a rock, which at least knows its limits and knows not to talk. Not so lucky with Dan or Super Truth or RV Truth. 100% guaranteed used to mean it was true, Now RV is more wrong than the 10 o'clock news. Oh, the all-star cast of garbage humans who say they're flat. Can't explain observations, so Duffy is Satan. That's a fact. He associates with Toon, so that means he is doing this to get out of a financial bind. Not one globe earther can compare to the flat earther's mind. Antarctica? No way. You were in Alaska, you dope. I know you took that payout and the sun was on a big giant
watching
rope.
his comment section? You see
Probably
what's
a
going
dome
on?
TV and
It
you
is
and Austin
over
were just
for
tricked
them.
and confused.
They are done.
Everything is fake. The globe, space, Santa Claus too. The only thing real is Eric Dubay. The shill from DC, flip-floppy hooray. He arrived first with that map and his 200 proofs, which he plagiarized, and flip-flops makes it kind of confused. When they aren't, you're a shill if you check if they're valid.
Okay, let's pause it for a second. Let's just quickly break that down. He has just pretty much, this is like a spell, like you see in the comment here. So Canada Spaceman says, what Jeran is doing with this parody poem is black magic. It's Freemasonry. They have to tell you the truth, but can't do it but have to do it in a way as a joke, as comedy. So comedy is an anagram for my code. So it's a code, their code for the truth in plain sight. So nobody believes. So this whole poem here, from the start of it to where we just paused it, he's confessed about the studio set, who's a Satanist. He's dropped everyone's names. Basically, he's if he's going down, he's pulling everyone down with him, right? So that's why, that's all the coded name drops. So thank you for that comment. You pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. I couldn't have said it better myself. Canada Spaceman. So again, it is black magic, Freemasonry. They have to tell you the truth. Whew, yeah, we're not going to play it back, but just try and process what we just heard. He gives us a lot of coded information very quickly. And then you got to tell yourselves, wow, so when was this poem written? How quick did he do this when he just got back? I'm telling you, this was done beforehand or during. It probably wasn't done during, but it was definitely, listen, this was done, like we said, it's a prepared magic, black magic, Freemasonic ritual to admit that it's a confession. That's the vibes I got from it right away. As through discernment, this is Jeran's confession, and he's ratting on everyone else, and he's bringing them down with him. All the plants, all the CIA ops, all the witches, all the J words. I'm not going to mention it again, but he's pretty much bringing everyone down with him. They are done. Done. Dada.
Feminine energy so palpable, he does love that estrogen salad. So soft, so epic, the truth when he speaks. He created his own yoga pose. It's called plagiarize from your knees. So here's to the grifters, the truthers that we know, who twist every fact to put on a show. 'Twas the night before Christmas when I finally realized that the flat earth had become what we used to despise. A dogmatic religion, stubborn and gay, with TikToks talking liars, making it faker than fake space. Where once we sought truth, now it's all just a grift, with live streams covering live streams after live streams that say, you'll fake the sky, dismiss an attack, no need for a model, the earth's simply flat. And as I stepped back, the absurdity grew, the dogma, the chaos, the echoing crew. No questions, no answers, just blind disarray, a parody lost in its own sad cliche. So I laughed to myself as I turned out the light. Merry Christmas to all. You're no longer worth the fight. So I hope you feel a little more comfy. You should feel a little relaxed now. We have a little Christmas spirit going. Merry Christmas. Did I mention that? Sure. Happy holidays to those who want to say that. But I did want to mention everybody that was there and say thank you to those who were good people. Dave McKeegan is a good person. Wow. You sell out, Jeran.
Okay, so you're going to cry. Has a video he's going to cry
This is the girl I'm talking about that is just, I mean, what? Why would you think this is good content? It's actually embarrassing. Extremely embarrassing. Let me get it up. Where are we at here? We got to go to here and save messages. Close. Saved. That's weird. When did Telegram start saying that? Congratulate your friends. Surprise them with Christmas gifts. Probably not. Yeah. Not so much. All right. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Where is this person here? We got to save messages. And,
Sorry, guys. I didn't have it completely.
yeah, this person here. What's her name? K Podgy. You know that person?
Where is it? I thought it was going to come up. That's
Where they would likely take them is to an offshoot island.
No, that makes no sense. That makes zero sense. Why would you take people to an offshoot island if you have specific observations that need to be made? Do you understand how the world works, little girl?
Prove. If you're not trying to
you can't just take somebody to an island, or else the observations no longer match.
And trustworthy is effortless, but these
Which
guys are
happens to be
struggling
where they
now
do
to
all of
prove
these pictures and
anything and
videos.
all the stuff
What, they
we're
do all the
throwing at
pictures and
them.
videos from
They
an
have
offshoot
shown
island?
us
Right off the bat, any
nothing
flat earther that
will
goes
say
on that
that we
trip,
are
in
wrong.
my opinion,
Absolutely
is just
nothing.
weaponized
They're done.
opposition.
Yes, exactly. You should think out for your opinion. It's just a weaponized opposite. Yeah, again, anybody who goes on that trip, clearly, there's good discernment there.
Because it doesn't even disprove the model that we're following.
But what do you mean? You just said it doesn't exist on the model that you're following. Didn't you just say that?
Okay, he's not going to let her play the video.
Searchers out of every...
So he's just... Let's see what he says about David.
Right? They're watching us. They change things. They blow up the Georgia Guidestones when we have...
But you can go there, Dave. Go there. Do a crowdfund. I'll be the first one to throw $200 in the kitty.
So again, we are now 1 hour into Jeran's first live back since Antarctica. We've seen nothing. What have we seen? We've seen him put bags on a plane and get off and then confess over his Nimrod Christmas tree. And now we got Dave on the screen. Like, what's going on? Are they going to try and are they going to address the situation here or not? Or they already know they can't, so they're just going to weasel their way out of it.
People will pay for you to go to Antarctica. Then what are you going to say? Because your lies only work, your story only works until you've been there. And then you realize how goofy you sound. That's why I went, so that you wouldn't sound goofy. Oops.
rock solid information. They backpedal. They change the globe post constantly, and don't think that this wasn't well planned. My hypothesis is this was planned for over a decade.
Oh, that's good hypothesis. I'm sure you have good evidence for that.
So that's pointless. What else has he got for us? We're going through the live. So Dave told me, can you break apart Jeran's live from last night? Is this what you wanted, Dave? You just wanted to see yourself?
No, don't tell me. Because he does all his videos.
Okay, we want to see proof they were in Antarctica. We want to see proof that they were not in a stage. We want to see something. Drone foot, like these guys have got nothing for us. Okay, here's some more footage now. Let's see what he's got to say. Here we go.
Here we are on the tarmac.
For hours. We fly over ice fields. We have data. We've got Lisbeth taking accelerometer data, pitch data.
Okay, but none of what you're showing us disproves the Holy Bible, right?
The back of the plane showed you where we're at. I'm taking infrared shots of the sun that's in...
Okay, guys, but they're not doing nothing. They're mixing studio footage and real life footage. I'm banking on the fact that the real footage of them being on a plane and showing them landing at a very icy terrain is going to be enough credentials for them, for you to believe the studio footage. You'd be like, well, look, you know we got on the plane. You saw us put our bags on the plane. You saw me look at my compass. We were going south, not north. You know what I mean? Then they'd be like, oh, okay, so they really were there. So that means you have to instantly believe the 360 24-hour video now? No, that's not what it means. There's separate footage. There's footage mixed in with the studio stage set footage. And the thing that we are more... that we have our attention on is the 24-hour Antarctica sun, which you're trying to say that you captured, but you did not, because that means that contradicts the Bible, which is impossible, which means you're lying.
In the sky with us. What do you think that is? Does it look different than what you're used to seeing out a plane window? It does to me. Looks like we're going somewhere totally different than I've ever been.
Baseball, I realize I can't stand the cold.
Yes, the mix and match.
Then they tell us we're landing in 30 minutes. Get your fucking gear on. Now all of a sudden we're looking outside and we're not seeing those sea ice anymore. We see the most amazing sights I've ever seen. Never seen anything like it, probably never will. So when I see something beautiful like that and come back and have to listen to you tell me I was fooled and it's some sort of trick, no. That place is in the sunlight because the sun is going around it. Sorry that I have to be the one who tells you the truth. I know what flat earthers want.
Holy smokes.
I know what they want.
I can't even place how big that is. See it down there? Little patches of it.
I wish so much that every single person could do what I did. I wish Duffy had money, but he'd probably be in jail, so he's not going to have any more money to do anything. But yeah, it was so bad. My time-lapse camera fell right then. I'd heard it fall in the seat behind me. I'm like, what? John's did too. I had a time-lapse footage of the landing. But look at the blue ice runway.
So yeah, we're looking. We don't see anything of substance or value. So look, oh, let's see some of the camp. So this is just mix and match footage. They're hoping that that all this, which could potentially be authentic footage outside of a studio, is going to be valid enough for you to believe the studio footage that looks similar to this setting that is actually real. We are
Camp is not empty. There's people there. It runs.
So this is absolute nonsense. What's this now? He's mixing.
Is that we're dead tired. I wanted to get to the timeline. Okay, so you have to remember that we are. I mean, look at poor Liz. We didn't sleep. So let's look at the timeline. We're supposed to go on the 14th through the 18th. Okay. So we're told on the 13th, yes, we're going for sure. They'll pick you up at your hotel, 7 a.m. Be ready. Have all your gear. Be ready. So we're out the night before.
Okay, we don't want to hear the sob story and the crying. You just got the opportunity of a lifetime. You are going to take that opportunity to go to the most desolate, most hardest place to get to on Earth, and you're going to complain that you haven't slept. You better sure as hell make sure you stay up every waking second that you're there, right? But no. So that's how you know that this is all just a scam. So they got nothing to show us. He just cried and whined the whole live, and oh, we were tired, we didn't eat, oh, we had to do this, and sit in a tent and listen to a speech. There's nothing going on. Nothing. They got no data. Oh, here we go. Here's the data. So here's the data.
And now look at that wind's whipping. Sun in the south. It gets gross every day when that happens.
Oh, it's windy now, huh?
Like that weather right there is miserable. You can hear the wind.
But when you're in the studio, everything is the perfect sounding, right?
That was the weirdest thing that happened. What is Toon doing right there? It's very creepy. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I remember.
Exactly.
So I was trying.
Again, the fact that it wasn't, so again, the main video is the 24-hour sun video, and the fact that it wasn't filmed from the camp, which we can see here, that at the camp he's doing his data studies with the burning paper. They had to go a few miles away to make it easier to fake. So there's two separate settings, and that's all we need. Like, they did not think this through properly. They were hoping that after the 10 years of deception, that you guys would fall for it. They really were just banking on you guys falling for it. So again, we're going to skim through it. There's nothing. I don't know what he's doing. Again, he's hoping that this plane footage looking out a window is enough to make you believe everything. Again, that's all they're showing. Oh, now he shows his face. 2 hours and 25 minutes into the live, he comes on camera after the tears are dried up.
Did you go? Do you go to a base outside the Antarctic wall? Or are you saying you visited the island at the bottom of a globe? I'm tired of keeping up with the sarcasm. I don't know what you're talking about. We went to a place. It's not the outer edge of an AE map. That wouldn't make sense. They wouldn't have been able to show us the observations that matched 80 degrees south. And the girl, Lizzie, who went to the South Pole, we talked to her. She said the sun stayed at the same height when she was in the South Pole. So there isn't multiple South Poles. Or else how would there be the sun that stays at the same height? That can only happen at the South Pole. Earth is not a planet. How much was the temperature difference when the sun was in the north and south? Pretty drastic. I would say at least 10 to 15 degrees. Are you a Freemason? Absolutely not. How does it feel to be cannibalized? Don't really care. I've got a big dick. How does it feel to be the black sheep for finding out the truth? Don't care. Do you remember the eyes of the men who held guns to your heads? I do not. Let's keep going. Jeran, are you 100% certain that you and Witsit weren't tricked? 100%. Was the temperature consistent each day in Antarctica? No. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's cloudy. I mean, but you're talking about not much difference. We're not like it was 60 degrees and 30 degrees. It was like between, my guess would be it was always between 5 and 20. That would be my guess. Was the temperature consistent each, Roger Ledwell, how much did they paid? Stupid. I'm going there next and live stream on Solstice. You should come. I'm not ever going back there. Why did Witsit make it seem as if he breathed out whilst it was him vaping? Don't know when you're talking about. Why would you ask me that? Why you happen to be in both the experiments where the Globers prove the Earth is not flat plane? Well, because they used my experiment in one test, and the next one I went down and observed the sun.
You already deflected the first Witsit bait comment.
We've all seen the missing shadows in your videos. That's fake. You're making that up.
That's it.
Could you guys see any other sky objects at all other than the sun? No. Did you have to stand up the whole time of the observation? I didn't see any chairs or anyone sitting outdoor. There was no chairs. We had to stand up or go lay on the floor inside that room. Could you bring your own food? Where? No. You're not allowed to bring food to Antarctica. These are people going for a shit. I can't stop laughing. Don't know what that means? Yeah, I do. My question is, will you please give people a chance to talk a little more to some globe earthers as you try and figure this all out? My question is, will you please give people a chance and talk a little more to decent globe earthers? I'm always available to talk, but not to people that think that they can celebrate and party at the expense of others, or thinking that because you believe what you were taught in school that you're cooler than me. You're not. You guys obviously went to Antarctica. Thank you. But where's the unedited 24-hour sun? Don't know what you mean by unedited 24-hour sun.
That's what we're all wanted. You guys went there and you did not deliver. All we got was a bunch of set up scams that has holes in it. The shadows, someone asked, he just deflected it. Someone just everyone. You guys were so good last night. He got hounded, right? And then all of his Mason buddies jumped in the chats. They came hard. All the moderators, all the Mason shills were in there defending him, sticking up for him, banning all of us from being in there.
You mean the time lapse? Is that what you mean? There's been a bunch of them already put up. I haven't put up mine yet. And Duffy's got his, and McKeegan's got his, and Toon's got his, and Critical Think has his. Why was Witsit vaping to fake his breath? He was not. Your breath not condensing in cold weather is very suspect indeed. It is not. There's no moisture there. And as I did it live, if you remember my video, I was breathing out in the sun. I said, hey, there's no vapor here. That's weird. There's no moisture. But then over in the shade, you could see it. So I don't know what that is, but you can figure that out. Did I miss something, Jeran? I still haven't seen the sun in the south in Antarctica except for the one edited video. What do you mean edited video? I just showed you my video of it in the south here. Plenty of videos of it in the south.
Give them hell, guys.
Doesn't go anywhere. Hell. It's funny you said that. So if the sun was there for 4 days, how did it not go to the south? Do you not get that it has to do that? It doesn't make any sense. I really hope you check out the fine works of cartographer V. Skyshank. Don't know who that is, or Skyhog. I will. How can you still claim stationary Earth after Critical Think's measurement of changing weights depending on the location of Earth? Because that has nothing to do with the Earth spinning. Doesn't have to have anything to do with that. You would have the same forces if it was a moving universe. We've already gone through this. Your heroes have gone through this. Come on. What about Bob's 15 degree an hour observation? I've never respected that because you have to enter your location. It's a man-made device. I don't think it measures 15 degrees. How do you still believe in the 16 emergency landings? I do not. Every one of those needs to be thrown away. Banjo is a liar and is a garbage human. What did the Globers do to Lizzie? They talked shit about flat earthers, and she told them, why do you care? Why does it bother you that they believe that? And then, Critical Things like, because it's an objective fact. Okay, I'm from Australia and stuff. And she was like, well, I don't get it. They're good people to me. I don't care what they believe. So she wasn't a fan of Toon or Critical Think. I have to say, Dave McKeegan wasn't a bad guy for one moment. Never saw him be negative. It was nice talking to me. At what time did you depart Antarctica, and how long time lasts the tip? At what time did you depart Antarctica? Our flight left about 1:30 or 2 on the 17th. Did you actually get a buzz in that environment? Yeah, I mean, kind of high. Any observations, Sun?
Yeah, that's the face of a sellout. Let's see where we've seen this face before. That's a very familiar, shameful sellout, puppet for Satan look. We've seen that face before. Where is it? There it is. There it is. There's the face that we're very familiar with, that we've seen, that the handlers put their puppets through, and they have no choice but to be paraded in front of the public after the scam they just pulled. There's your... Oh my God. There's the face. There's the face.
Height, sun brightness, snow consistency, cloud. There is no snow. Clouds, I mean, what do you mean? You can see clouds in the sky, different times. Sun brightness, I don't know what that means as far as, you mean like, do we measure the brightness of it? The height, yes, it went from 35 to 15. Ruhif, not a question. Kudos for going, and anyone that denies the 24-hour sun at this point is not interested in the truth. It does seem to be the case. Roger Kelly, what differences did you notice when the sun was at the north compared to the south? That the day was nicer. The day was nice when the sun was up north, and it got cold and kind of miserable. Now, at the camp, it's because the sun went behind a mountain for 2 hours. And when it does that, obviously, you're in the shade. So you should expect that. But the same thing did happen at the secondary camp. When it was south, it was miserable. It gets kind of like colder, and it just, you're talking about a difference of 35 to like 15 degrees. When do you expect to have all the data collected on the flat Earth side during the trip to be uploaded? I'd say in the coming days after Christmas. Has the rewriting of history, flat earthers who now claim Antarctica was never an issue, given you pause? Everything has given me pause. I've been embarrassed by the people that I used to work very hard to teach and to protect and to help. What are the odds that it's just a coincidence that this is your 666th video of all time, coming right on the heels of your deceptive, controlled opposition fest of an expedition? Chris Money, you will never talk to me again. As I've said, I don't have time for crap like that.
Yes, Chris Money! Everyone give shout out to Chris Money. Oh my God.
Clit rubs. Was it hard to breathe like it is in Colorado? Yes. I mean, I lived in Colorado, but it definitely takes it out of you. You definitely realize, like, shit, I'm winded. Have you heard this Zetetic map I made a video on? Lots of evidence supporting it with old flight logs. No, I want to see it. Flatworks. Okay, I'll check your channel. Is this something new? Melodome. So is everyone spiraling in here? You think? Just want to see that Austin's safe and all. Austin's back. Yeah, talked to him today. It's 100% obvious NASA lies. Yes. Why did Austin fake his breath with a vape? I don't know why you keep asking that. You have to show me evidence of that. He didn't fake his breath with a vape. How do you feel after the trip? Did you make
the lying again?
You lean towards the globe. If not, what do you think?
He lied. Let's take it back a bit quickly.
You think? Just want to see that Austin's safe and all. Austin's back. Yeah, talked to him today. It's 100% obvious NASA lies. Yes. Why did Austin fake his breath with a vape? I don't know why you keep asking that. You'd have to show me evidence of that. He didn't fake his breath with a vape.
Hey, Jeran, you want evidence? We've got it. We've got the evidence over here. Everyone go to McKeegan's video, Dave McKeegan, 360, 24 hours, the other angle of the live that Witsit was on. And his happens at 33 minutes where he fakes the breath. So it's all here. Don't try and gaslight the people. Don't try and lie and weasel your way out of this.
How do you feel after the trip? Did you make... you lean towards the globe? If not, what do you think could be a possible explanation for the 24-hour sun? I personally do not think that there is a flat Earth explanation for it. So I have to start looking at everything that we measured and have shown and come up with other observations and other explanations, or somebody needs to help me find a map that does work. But there, as far as I can tell, it's just not going to happen. And you can take that to the bank because I've looked at it, and I cannot make a flat map where the sun can be seen south for people on the edge of the map. Think about it. The flat map has to have an edge. Has to. It has to be an outer edge of the map. And when you get to the outer edge, how could you be seeing the sun to your south? The sun's behind you. So the flat, so until I'm open for evidence always. So I can never, once you say something is a fact, the earth is a sphere or the earth is flat and we know it and we don't have to look at anything else, you are creating for yourself an impossible position to ever leave. And this is the problem that most flat earthers have, is they've gotten cocky, carried away, and they now think that they cannot be wrong. So they no longer look at evidence. They no longer care. Like Sov, no big deal. Nothing burger, doesn't matter. Do you think that's the globe? I've never heard a globe believer say that. I've never said, hey, how do you explain this tune? And he's like, nothing burger, doesn't matter. Never, because that's ridiculous. That's intellectually dishonest. It's you admitting you don't care. How do you feel? Okay, I read that. Sky equals ground, perhaps? It could be. Could be something like that. Could be, but you definitely, the sun, the moon, or upside down, the marks on it. Is Santa real? Could be. I could be fooled about that. You got to know it's round at this point, right? It certainly fits the sphere model. The sky matches the sphere. That the sky can only be explained on a sphere. Am I ready to say that I'm living on that sphere? Well, I'm going to keep it open for a little while to see if anybody has any better ideas, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the end result, to be honest. Do you have any empathy with other researchers who have had to deal with the same sort of vitriol you have since coming back, being called liars, charlatans, despite them seeing things with their own eye? Of course. Anybody who's just giving honest opinion, who is then being told they're a pedophile, or that they are going to be killed in the night because some crazy guy on Facebook can't deal with reality. Yeah, I have a problem with them. You're either lying or you were there and have your own verifiable proof. I'm going with the lying. Okay, good for you. God is nowhere. Makes a lot of sense. Jeran, Neil Johnson, what can I help you with? It's like, look at how sad this is that flat earthers want nothing more than for me to lie to them. That is a sad, sad situation. Jeran, have you talked with Joe Hamby? I have talked to him. Stephen Alonso is garbage. The guy is just making shit up. How does it feel to finally prove what mainstream struggled to? Thanks for confirming this 24-hour sun. The globe has people behind it that are disgusting, they created flat earthers. They're that bad. Like, Toon has a channel called McFlatty. It's a gaslighting channel that he makes fun of flat earthers for lying. Then he has a channel of a guy that he pretends to be that lies the entire time because it's a fake person. Do you understand? That's hypocritical. It'd be like me saying, oh, I hate all these liars, and then I have a channel where I'm a liar. It just doesn't make any sense. Could it be a sun simulator? No. How did it stay up in the sky? What the plane was carrying it down? It doesn't make sense.
Whoa! Don't even try and just slap that person's comment away about the sun simulator. Did you see where he tried to deflect? Like, oh no, how's it gonna stay in the sky? Like, he doesn't know we have technology to hover things in the sky. I've already proved it with Proba 3 and the China sun simulator, and now he's acting like he's never heard of this kind of technology. These people are such deceivers. I'm done with them. They're done. There's the face of a deceiver right there. Just the same exact face of these deceiving liars. All from the same club, serving the same establishment, definitely 100% confirmed, working for NASA.
No question, just what to come smoke with you after you beat my ass at blowing. Okay, Alvin, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. There were some still shots showing a squished sun. Is it possible that half the time it was the sun and half the time it was a reflection of the sun? Again, you're talking about a perfectly married real sun and reflection sun that never deviate. They just stay in the sky like that. Like, really think about what you're saying. When are you going to make the USB disk containing every single piece of footage for people that paid $200? It's already been available. So you either don't get your email or don't know how to look on Telegram where it's at. And nobody paid $200. Or actually, I think one person paid $200. This was the final experiment, but you're somehow unconvinced of the globe, regardless of the fact that the sun at the poles does exactly what the globe predicts. I didn't say I'm unconvinced. I said that I don't believe in proof, and I'm always open to evidence. That's what I said. The globe, the sphere Earth, perfectly describes the observations that I made. Do you need me to spell it out any clearer to you? Does the Joseph Hanvey firmament model work on an AE map? Not that I can tell. Again, you're seeing the actual sun south of the tropic. Now, like I said, let's let Joe figure it out. Other people should help them. What was it like smoking weed in Antarctica? It felt like I was upside down. If TFE2 was a space flight to experience zero gravity while looking at a spherical Earth, would that be enough for you to believe? Depends what you mean. It's not space travel. They throw you up in the sky and then let you float down. It's a reverse bungee jump. It's a scam. It's meant to make you think you're in space. It's just another lie of the space age. Why you happen to be in both experiments where the globers prove the Earth is not flat? I already answered that. Don't know what you mean. It's because I'm a doer. While you sit there and judge people, I go out and do shit. Understand? Could you take infrared photos pointing south, and what else did you see?
Attached
The
to your
mountain is right
handlers.
there. So no, I didn't take pictures of the mountain. What do you think of the fake breath argument that flat earthers are saying? Do you think it's absolutely ridiculous? I don't know what you mean by fake breath. No, so this is the thing. I try and stay out of the craziness on the internet. So if there's some theory or somebody's saying something about Witsit, I only remember at one point me saying, oh, look, my breath can't be seen because there's no moisture. Then Witsit was over by the building and he said, my breath can be seen. And I said, why? And I walked over there and I could see his breath. So I don't know what you're talking about. He was smoking over there and that's why I could see his breath. That can't be true because when I walked over there, then I breathed and I saw my breath. Do you have any sympathy for Buzz Aldrin and his punch? Absolutely not. It's against the law. It's illegal. He should have been arrested. And the man is an alcoholic and he lied to people. And no, I do not have any sympathy for Buzz Aldrin. How does the sun simultaneously circle you while circling the world? Did you ask to go south of the 80 degrees? What was it like being high there? It was cool being there. What do you mean by how does it sun simultaneously circle you while circling the world? Because the sun circles the Tropic of Capricorn on the 21st of December. So I don't know what you mean. We could send people to the Tropic of Capricorn, everybody stand on it, and the sun will stay above their heads the entirety of December 21st. So what do you mean? If you go now further south, then you can actually be in a position where you're seeing that sun that's above those people's head. I saw the sun in the south on at noon for, it was our midnight noon for Australia. It was above people's head in Australia, and I saw it to my south. If you can't realize that that doesn't work on a flat earth, you can keep pretending, you can keep making up lies, whatever you got to do, but it just doesn't work. How many 24-hour sun videos did you take? That makes no sense. I also don't know what it means by edited. They'll all be edited. Hate to tell you. Of course, changing weights has something to do with the rotation. It doesn't have to do with the rotation. I just told you that if the universe was spinning, the same forces would apply. Again, just because you haven't been taught it doesn't mean it's not true. If you know, did anyone ever have any vapes in Antarctica? Yes, I think Austin did.
He's looking at the confession. Look, go back a few seconds.
Smoking over there? What? And that's why I could see his breath? That can't be true because when I walked over there, then I breathed and I saw my breath. Further south, then you can actually be in a position where you're seeing that sun that's above those people's head. I saw the sun in the south on at noon for, it was our midnight noon for Australia. It was above people's head in Australia, and I saw it to my south. If you can't realize that that doesn't work on a flat earth, you can keep pretending, you can keep making up lies, whatever you got to do, but it just doesn't work. How many 24-hour sun videos did you take? That makes no sense. I also don't know what it means by edited. They'll all be edited. Hate to tell you.
It will all be edited.
Of course, changing
all
weights has
be
something to do with the
edited.
rotation.
Hate to tell you.
It doesn't have to do with the rotation. I just told you that if the universe was spinning, the same forces would apply.
So again, I'm going to go back to what I've been saying from the very beginning. Absolutely nothing that they present to us from this TFE psyop is going to pass as truth or be valid or acceptable for anything. It's not going to disprove anything. It's not going to prove anything. The only thing it's going to prove is that these people are scammers, they're liars, that the Bible is the truth because they wouldn't have to go through such extravagant lengths to try and fake something like this to discredit it, right? So it's all coming out in the open, all the confessions in this live, not one proof that they were actually there, no GPS on them. Like, these people can fake all of that. So the fakes, everything they did was fake, and you can see it in the face right there. Look at that face. That's the Neil Armstrong, that's the Buzz Aldrin face. I think someone said they want to meme this face. This is the face of deception. Combine it with these faces because this is NASA's plan all along. These guys sellouts.
Apply. Again, just because you haven't been taught it doesn't mean it's not true. If you know, did anyone ever have any vapes in Antarctica? Yes, I think Austin did. What you mean?
No,
so there's no other explanation other than a globe. Would you agree that it's a globe because there's no flat Earth map? I don't think that there's proof. If that's what you mean, I don't believe in proof. Proof doesn't leave it open for evidence. So if nobody knew, think about what you're saying. Nobody knew that the 24-hour sun existed down there. So nobody was trying to make that map. Nobody's tried to make it work. We thought it didn't exist. Why? Because your assholes at the NOAA and NSF are inept. They don't know how to put a camera at the South Pole and make it last so that people can watch it from home and know where they live. So I don't know what you mean. Live stream available after the video for watching afterwards? Yes. I heard you had a code word if anything happened to you, brainwashed or something in Antarctica. If that's true, what was that code word? Well, I basically just told people if I came back and said that we went to the moon or that the Earth is spinning or that the sun is 93 million miles away, that it would be very easy to tell that I was somehow psyoped or whatever you want to call it. I was brainwashed or something, but I didn't say that. McFlatty is called a parody, not lying. There is a difference. It is produced in an exaggerated way, so it's obviously parody, not lying. Yes, but it's inflammatory. It doesn't create. There's nobody who's not.
So that's the thing. So yeah, the footage still has yet to be released. It shouldn't have taken this long to release all the data. Maybe they are trying to edit it so it doesn't fit Joe's biblical model. And it's also, they're editing it and they're trying to like, all of this now, as you heard him say, he says it's going to be edited. It has to be. Deal with it, right? So now they've seen everything we've been able to expose. Whatever they present or try to, if they're brave enough, they can clean all of that up in post-production, right? We have it all here of him confessing it's going to be edited, so they can't go back on that. They can fix the shadows. So all the work we are doing exposing this is also kind of helping them on what they should look for in post-production, but it doesn't even matter because it's already way past the expiry date for any footage to be accepted and passed as truth, especially regarding something as serious as a 24-hour sun in the South Pole, Antarctica, which disproves the Holy Bible, which is what I am doing and standing up now and screaming, no, that is absolutely impossible. And I'd rather, instead of believing the Bible is wrong, I'd rather lean more towards that you guys are deceivers and sellouts and took a payout from Satanists.
A flat earther because of that channel. Do you understand? So the
Sorry, excuse me. Kyra Gerber has sent a super chat of $10. So happy to have this community. Thank you, Nico. Praise Jesus. He is king. And yes, he is pretty much everything, the reason, and all credit goes to our Savior Jesus. So thank you, Kyra. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Parody is a waste of time. And it's a person boasting about believing things that they were taught in school. If the guy believes in the Bible like he says he is, I'll show you 50 verses that tell you don't boast. Do not take one out on your neighbor. Do not act like you're cooler than them. Do not put yourself above them. Do not make fun of other people, right? That's all the guy does. His entire channel, go look at all his thumbnails. They're either Witsit is a redneck or some googly-eyed person that he found on Facebook that he debated who has no fucking clue what they're talking about. Do you understand that that is a person who's got a little problem in their head? He gets off on the misery of others. That's what he does. Austin did fake breath for sure. Nathan and everyone fed told you the Gleason was a globe projection. Cool. So what do you mean? So should you do? You want me to stand up and cheer for them or what? Remember you were the only person that showed up bowling in Morgan Hill? I do remember that. I do remember, yes. I remember you now. Did you have people triangulate the sun's position for many points on Clown World while you were there? Nope, you don't need to do that with the globe. What do you mean? Triangulate? You can't triangulate the sun. How is the sun south of Capricorn? Good call. I paid $200 for a USB stick containing all of the recordings, like your trip to Antarctica, like you were going to ship it. Yes, and if you pay attention, Luca, you piece of shit, I've written numerous times to people that it will take 2 weeks, that I just got back, that I just uploaded that footage. Now I've got to put it onto a disc. Then I got to mail it to you. Do you understand? If you were paying attention and looked at your damn email, you'd already have the link. You could be...
What a freaking scammer. So Luca paid $200 for the footage. I was told he was going to get it. And this guy now freaks out because he knows that they lied. And people are asking, like, where's the stuff? Like, we were supposed to have it. This guy's screaming at him and saying, look, I just got back. I'm tired. It's going to take at least 2 weeks. And then I still have to mail it out. I can't. They're done.
Watching the footage now. It does work. Look at my description. It works on flat Earth. What does? A sun to the south of the Tropic of Capricorn? You don't understand flat Earth. All right. Much love to you guys. I hate all of you who have ever said a dirty thing, or if you think you're funny, or if you're a Glober who thinks that you're cool for believing what you were taught. Guess what? You're not. Do you understand? It's not cool that you believe something and I didn't, and I found out that you were right. Doesn't make you cool. Doesn't make you anything. It's like, well, you know, I could have learned that in a physics book. We don't need you. Do you understand that? We didn't need you at all.
Okay, shut up. It's done. That's it. That's the whole life. That's what you wanted me to see, Dave, and go through and analyze. We just analyzed 2 hours and 48 minutes of this thing. What did we see? We saw the face of a deceiver. They're done. They're done. You guys are done. So I got Sovereign Soul, Unchained Minds. The trip only killed the globe for good. I finally found out who Karen B is. Oh my goodness, what a piece of work. I saw Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind just pretty much lay into her too, and she lost it, and whatever that was. But yeah, I saw who she was right away. So I'm learning real quick who the who's and the deceivers are in this supposed movement that is just getting annihilated now. We're going to destroy it. It needs a makeover. Right? We're getting the trash out of here. We're cleaning up shop. Jeran started his fake flat earther cult solely to shill and grift free money for nothing off of his cultists, so that he never has to work at a job like normal people do. Yeah, oh my god. He cracked me up. I don't think I've ever laughed like that on one of these lives, but this guy, wow. And Dave, yeah, we didn't see nothing. There's nothing to prove anything. These guys showed us nothing. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because here's the comment. Please break down Jeran's life from last night. So did we not just do that, everyone? So before I sign off and let everyone get back to their holidays and stuff, yeah, we broke it down. There's nothing that's gonna stop us from destroying you. That's it. You guys are done. Yeah, says Tom Russo. So yeah, again, these people are minions for Satan. They are ushering in the New World Order right now, and they will be putting their Antichrist on the throne to rule for this great tribulation. And they really want the Bible to be gone. They're trying to do so much damage to the word that our God has given us, and it is not going over well with me. And it's very easy. And like you just saw me just laughing my ass off because they are so desperate. So desperate. And we are making them look so foolish. Roger Ledwell, $2. We will have a live stream next year, sir. So Roger Ledwell, I think he's the neighbor to Duffy. He's been to Duffy's church. He says they're organizing another trip and they're going to stream the whole thing. So I don't know what any of that means, because you guys just did the trip and that should have been live streamed the whole time. So you guys failed. So yeah, been waiting since 2016, says the Flat Earth Warriors. Yep, here comes the Flat Earth movement's biggest makeover. It's been a long time coming. We're cleaning up house here. And not a day too late. Let's get it done, people. Let's get this trash out of here. This is what happens when you make a deal with the devil. Eternal suffering. Way to go, King Nico. Get these MFs out of here. We'll be tuning into you. Thank you so much. Kyra Gerber says, all lies will be exposed. All knees will bend Judgment will be fierce. So as you can see from the thumbnail, there's Austin Witsit on the left with their leader, their handler. He wasn't there for the Operation psyop, but he was very much on call with them, and he was just there for the whole thing. So there it is. So Jeran's new name is now Judaism, not Jeranism. We foiled your plan, Dave, to try and discredit the Holy Bible. It is not wrong. It is you that is wrong, pal. And this guy, Austin, you have crushed a lot of people. You are the wolf in sheep's clothing. You're the one that people trusted the most out of these deceivers. And it took it's over for you now. So I hope you repent, all of you. Yeah, that screen, Roger. So Roger Ledwell, I am not Duffy, Sov, and me, friend. Well, thank you for the chat again, Roger. Having a hard time understanding that, sorry, but Flat Earth Warrior said, Witsit left a comment on my vid. So yeah, document everything, document all and everything, and make sure I see it, and we will put it everywhere. They're not going to rest. And as you can see from the live, these guys are hurting right now because they know they're not getting away with it. Their handlers promised them and probably said, oh, you're going to be this and have this and no one will know and you'll be like this hero. But no, everything has gone the complete opposite to whatever Dave or NASA told them would happen. So I hope the money was worth it. Yeah, evil will fall to the wayside. This will be great in the long run. God wins. We win. Yeah, 2.5 hours of BS. Ask him to take a lie detector test. Epic failure it would be. So Roger is still saying, watch and see. Just send me an email, Roger. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with all these names here, so I'm new to all of this, but I do want to know who the who's and everyone is, because we're here to give this movement the biggest makeover that you can give to a movement. So we're going to start with taking out the trash. I came to vape. LOL. And you heard Jeran's complete denials, like vape. He faked his breath. He's like, no, of course not. That would never happen. Even though we know he's probably seen the video evidence, he still went on there with his shameful, satanic, deceiving face and had to deny it. Don't they get it? We know how this ends. God wins in the end. This was great. Sorry, this was great. Actually got to comment and be kicked out like in Jeran's stream. So who's getting kicked out? You're definitely not getting kicked out from my stream. So absolutely, Witsit is dead to me. They were coping and sidestepping last night. Yeah, they're not resting easy right now. They better not be for the charade they tried to pull. The attack on our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, to try and think that they can remove God's firmament and give birth to some stupid Freemasonic crap extra land theory. It's not going to fly here, pals. It's not going to fly. Jesuitsit, yes, that's the best one yet I've heard from God's firmament. Thank you for that one. Yeah, Jesus absolutely called out the liars and the Pharisees, and we are to do the same. So whips it, vapes it. The teas will fly out the door. So let's get some merch. I'll help. I think I'm going to I'll help design some stuff. We love you too, Alina. So Roger says we are planning. Okay, Roger, the trip is done. We don't want none of your crap. Who wants to? They really think people are going to fall for part 2 of this charade? No, it's over. A lot of people fell for Austin's shillery solely because he pretends to be Christian. These people need to work on improving their discernment big time. Yeah, he fooled a lot of Christians, and the Bible did say that Christians would become lukewarm and will be deceived by false prophets and false idols, and those, it's unbelievable. It's crushing to see and hear people's just people this whole week have just been crushed by these, not per se like the other two or the others. Everyone kind of knew they were deceivers, but Austin is the one where it hit hardest with a lot of people. Yeah, the big wake up for me to work on discernment. I have 4 years anyway. This is like a busman's holiday for me. So it's vape breath because it has to be. Am I anywhere else? I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I've been banned and kicked off of every other platform like TikTok, and I hate that thing. I have a Twitter account, but I don't like going on there. I don't do Telegram because it got botted out with all the Bitcoin bots. So I don't have time for that. It's like, can we just stick to one place, please, and not have all these damn socials siphoning all our data and stuff and energy? So the email is going down at the bottom of the screen, crusadersoftheresistance@gmail.com. I'm here for it, Nico. Gloves on and all. Thank you so much, autodidacted girl. Yeah, it sucks Witsit did this, and it was autodidacted girl that pretty much helped expose him in this scenario. So pretty sure the lake of fire will be flat also. Wow. So Kyra says, what's my email? With $2 super chat. It's crusadersoftheresistance@gmail.com. If anyone wants to continue sending me some more forensic analysis, any other angles of videos, any audio of them saying things they shouldn't be saying, like, just send it to me. We're going to get through all of it. So thank you for that message, Kyra Gerber. Yeah, they thought they had us with the green screen distraction. That was the big giveaway, that they tried to focus and play up on the fact that people, they really wanted people to believe and think that they were using green screen. But I made sure that I crushed that and put that stupid theory to rest quickly, because they already had so much content prepared to refute that green screen theory and look like heroes. Like, it didn't work out for them, so we foiled their plan immediately. Witsit only had breath that one time coming from that building, and it looked like he had hit something on the way out. Yeah, we have all the videos and footage of him, and Austin just admitted that, Jeran just admitted that Austin did have a vape. Yeah, thanks for the stream about this. So, I think I'm pretty much done. I'm going to end this live now. I'm just going to quickly see some rest of the comments. It's been a great night, actually, getting through this and answering some questions and seeing some more, just gathering some more information and putting it all together on the internet here. So it's never going to go away. What they have done will never go away. Autodidactic Girl says, best Christmas ever. Kyra, you're welcome. Wojo, thank you, Wojo. $5 says, but still no one has flown from South America over Antarctica to Australia, because it will never happen. So once we know the truth, like when they try to pull these kind of psyops and scams and give us like new science and new discoveries, we just hit them with no. I told you guys, we're in a dangerous time now with this technology and the power and deception of media and the influence that deceivers have on the socials and the internet. Is just a dangerous time. So that's why I said, put all your trust into Jesus Christ and the Holy Bible, and you will honestly be guided through all this, through the valley of the shadow of the darkness of evil. Yep, Roger Ledwell is on Flatzoid's panel. I just subbed to the Flat Earth Warriors. Yeah, awesome. He's putting out some great content. Known Flat Earth Warriors for many years. Kyra says, great work. Yeah, you're welcome, the true few. It's not over yet, but we're going to make sure we're going to push and keep marching forward. We're going to keep beating them down to the point they're going to wave that white flag and they're going to pull the plug and abort this terrible psyop to discredit the Bible. Yeah, they're in damage control. I'm sure Jeran will release some enhancements of fakery. They wanted to see the initial response. Yeah. I wish YouTube didn't take out that we could just tap on an avatar to sub to each other. So Jeran's lying testimony is the best proof of the flat earth. Yeah, again, the confession was that poem. He's going to bring everyone down with him. So here's what's going to happen. So that I think we already know that Dave's been out there on damage control trying to save these people and this psyop, but he knows he's running out of steam. It's not really working, and he's going to have to abort. So what's going to happen? We're going to see Dave abandon and throw Austin and Jeran under the bus to keep his own charade and shill going. So he's gonna we're gonna see some interesting things coming out in the next few days. So Nodonic Records, good to see you, says Nico. Watch the first stream from Duffy. It's midnight in Antarctica. Witsit makes 2 hand signs, the pyramid and the devil horn hand. Yeah, we've been all over that. We definitely know who their allegiance lies with, and it is not Jesus. Matthew says, thanks for reading my comments, brother. You are a true YouTuber. God bless you, brother, says Matthew Graziano. So I hope you had a great day. I appreciate you. I understand the situation, but they still shouldn't have had any manipulation, especially green screen. So to me, it drew the entire thing into question. So don't let them get away with forked tongue nonsense. We saw what we saw, right? So don't let them gaslight you and that they think they have full control over your minds and your belief system. No, they do not. Jeran didn't like 666 video comment. Yes, he didn't. That was the first one that made me laugh. Yeah. Lead us on, Lord. So Daryl Austin says, just logged on and have to comb back through. Answer this one question. Does anyone know how long has Witsit been bought out, or has he always been? So Daryl Austin has a good point there. I believe True Christian has the answer for that. He is here in the comment section. He's been investigating and exposing these demons for pretty much since the beginning, since all of them were introduced onto the scene. I'll check it out. No thanks. Well said, Nico, says Sue Polito. Amber Summerall says, I love you, King Nico. I love you too. God bless you. Greetings, fellow Ontarian. Jason Brain. Well, in a world where you can believe you're a Zippo lighter, they thought it was worth a try. Yeah, I'm not sure that anyone gave them the ultimatum, like, if this doesn't work, you know that they're gonna crucify you. So yeah, we are the undertakers in this, and we are gonna make sure that they get, yeah, we are the judges and jurors on this, and it's not looking good for them. So Jeran says you will get the footage in 2 weeks, just like in the movie Money Pit. Or maybe they know something big is going to happen soon, so he won't have to. Guess we will find out soon enough, right? So there's that intervention. So obviously they know something that we don't know. And if they tell us, oh, don't worry, in exactly 2 weeks, you'll have everything. But then in a week and a half's time, boom, we get an alien invasion. And then that's the big excuse to be like, oh, we lost everything. Do you really think I'm just going to send you the footage after we just got UFOs all over the place and the world goes into lockdown, right? So things are happening. So that's obviously their backup plan, is to just stall and stall and stall with the footage until the fake alien invasion happens. Yeah, I would never put myself in their position. So yeah, I see some comments about family members. We're not here to really talk dirty and disgusting about family members of these people. We just got the criminals up here on the chopping block for what they tried to pull for this Antarctica hoax. So I don't care who Austin Witsit's sister is and what's going on, but if there's any valid information regarding that, then yeah, you can email it to me. So yeah, who is the real ones to watch now? So there's people in this community that I know have been a part of it since the beginning, like True Christian. So I need to reach out to some of these people that have been dealing with these demons for quite some time and and witnessing their deception on the masses. So there's people I already know, True Christians, one of the top guys and channels to check out and talk to about this. Interesting, says Annie. Yeah, money pit, haha, says Alina. So where do you think they'll go from here? So there's enough stupid people on Earth that will honestly still follow them. So they'll just have to continue. They have to just keep going, right? So they're going to have to create their own little cult clique of this new formed globe / flat earthers / who goodness knows what, extra land theory believers. We're in a simulation believers. They're all going to get together and have their own club. And us biblical cosmologists will be left alone from these demons, right? We need to separate, and we need this division, or just get them out. But I just say we destroy this whole movement and start again from scratch. So Nico, you live north of the equator. Days get longer. Further south you go, Punta Arenas gets 16.5 hours of direct sun right now. So stands to reason there would be 24 hours sun in Antarctica. I think you're wrong, dude, says Dr. Bass Ackwood. So yeah, just by saying that and thinking that with all your little numbers, we know we're not wrong, because we would have seen it a long time ago. No, this is impossible. It doesn't exist. It never has. Only until these guys came on the scene has there ever been talks and now footage of a 24-hour sun. Prophetic timeline. We're in Revelation. We're in the end times, the biblical end of days. We're in the days where Satan will rule for 7 years, trial and tribulation, and then we will go into judgment. So this is the timeline. Yeah. What's up now, Austin? A great falling away. So hopefully Karen B, Hibbler, and Sargent expose themselves as did these threes. Well, they're not going to have to, because I'm pretty sure Jeran's going to bring everyone down with him anyway. That's how these people roll. They're very weak. They don't have respect or loyalty to one another. It's just, that's how these demons work. So they first said before they went there that they were given permission to stay out after everyone was in bed. So in the tent they were quiet. Then they said that there was no one there. So yeah, I remember seeing footage of them saying, oh, look, we're the only ones here. Then like everything they said is they contradict one another. The footage contradicts itself. Everything is just fake. We're looking at screens and studios and stage sets. Did you ask me something? It's my dog. What's going on, Coco? Yeah, so I did say I was going to get off now. This live is pretty much done. I'm just going through the comments. Everyone's here asking some great stuff. The lake of fire might be a globe. So here's True Christian. He says, Witsit has always been a shill in his opinion. He is business partners with Jeran, and Jeran brought him into the scene. So yeah, real Christians don't associate with demons like that. It just can't happen. So you're guilty by association, right? You know, and he was throwing the hand signs. So Tom Russo says, Nico, very kind and polite, reading out the comments. You seem like a peaceful man. Jeran is such an arrogant, beep. So well done, my friend. Appreciate that, Tom Russo. God bless you. Yeah, they've been too quiet since they got back. It's weird AF. They lost the technology. So that's what I'm saying, Crystal Gem. I hope they lose that technology. They lose that data. We're going to hear soon what they have done with that data. I don't suggest they heavily edit and give it to us, because it's going to be a joke. Yeah, look, guys, aliens proved the globe, LOL. Just connect the dots on that. Oh, yeah, get ready for the Stu Peters iconic InfoWars to all push aliens over the ice wall with Weiss. So yeah, these are all these names you just mentioned there, Awakened Nemesis, I've been trying to expose, especially this demon Stu Peters. Completely went on my channel, ripped off all my work, him and Hibbler. So I know Hibbler stole some of my stuff too. These guys are sodomites. I've been waiting a while to be able to get to this point to take out the trash on these satanic puppets. True Christian, is that the name of his channel? Yes, it is. So True Christian, if you're there still watching, there's people in the comments that are after your assistance, as you've been in this flat Earth community for since the beginning. So there he is. Yep, my channel is on YouTube at True Christian. And here's another brother in Christ. I want everyone else to go and follow. Let's bring up his channel. So YouTube. So Joseph is probably one of the world's best gematria decoders. And we've been decoding and just witnessing everything, the way it's been going down the last 4 or 5 years. So yeah, I recommend, if you understand gematria and you want to know more about the decoding of the news and what's taken place every day and the Antichrist and all the biblical connections, I suggest you check him out immediately. So thank you, Joseph. Oh, I didn't have it on the screen. Here it is. There's Joseph's channel. Matthew says, I only trust me. I know me. I don't know anybody but me. Canada Spaceman says, yeah, lately Timothy Alberino is going on and on about aliens and UFO info revealed by the USA. So once Alberino started talking about planets, I think he's been compromised too. Anyone talking about planets and space and aliens has been activated to help strengthen the next big psyop, which is the invasion of UFOs, drones, aliens, whatever you want to call it, fallen angel demons. It's crazy. Some of the videos I've seen of the throne gods, the spinning ones, the wheel angels, I don't know, I'm seeing some scary stuff going on. So once I get some time to do some more research and go through all the emails and messages and once we put this psyop to bed and all these demons to rest, then we can move on with the next psyop, which is the alien invasion. And obviously what's going on right now, I think the Pope just opened up a second portal today. So there's some serious satanic rituals going on. Serious business. Let's go see. Let's see the Pope opening one of these portals as we read some of these comments. Just so you see how the timing of everything's happening, they're really setting up. So, oh boy.
Tomorrow night at the Vatican is more than the traditional Christmas Eve Mass with the Holy Father. It will also feature an opening act. EWTN Vatican journalist Magdalena Walensky-Reedy tells us more about the Holy Door.
Okay, I don't want to see that. I just want to see him opening it. Here it is.
Are you ready to stop guessing and to start growing?
Oh, all the satanic rituals are going on. I can't even keep up with all of them at once. So here's one of those over for them. Okay, enough of this demon stuff. It's over. Here we are. There they are. The faces of the deceivers. Billy Zig, good to see you, brother. Great show, mate. Yeah, I've been a follower of yours for a long time, buddy, so it's good to see you. Amen. All right, I'm gone, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the night or day, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all soon.